Hey everyone, I'm back with just a short live on just some tips uh, on two subjects and how to contend with your heightened sensitivity in these areas. And so the two topics are what I've titled this live is mind chatter and energy providers. So with mind chatter, I had assisted a lady this morning by just sharing information. Hopefully, it will assist. It's always correct information on how to do it. However, not only because of one divine one had requested assistance, there's been, uh, let's say, indications of this coming time through other means over the last several days. So one thing with mind chatter, what we need to look at right in this now is that each one of you are becoming more and more sensitive and also in the lines of your divine gifts in such things as telepathy and all of your parapsychological divine prowess that you contain and and it strengthens and the divine abilities you have. Now, during the course of being strengthened, every time when there's a higher vibrational lift by the collective upon the surface, your gifts get heightened and also your sensitivities. So what we are doing is with the telepathy and much more, it's being increased, but it's introduced to you incrementally in sort of a training process during this ascension. Now, in the beginnings, one thing with the mind chatter is that many of you may find that there's thoughts and even visions or whatever that are coming in that are not yours. Now, with this mind chatter process, if you've done all of your inner work and eliminated almost all of the fear and negative acts and reactions, and if you have mastered a certain degree of control over your heart, your inner work, and your mind in your thought process. If you have mastered that, that you know you do not have significant degrees of negativity nor any of the fear energetic spectrum left within you, and you began receiving like negative thoughts out of somewhere, well, then it's most likely they are not your own, that these are projections through various uh, electronic techniques by what you could say the darkness and at brainwashing and so many different EMFs and wireless communications with this, like let's say with your cell phones, as you know, everything is an energy and it's floating through your space all the time. So if you're on a cell phone, I'm in London, I call someone in Canada, there is an actual energetic connection with that. Even though it's wireless, it's an energetic connection. And the higher that you become as a sensitive, energetic being, you need to know that this exists and that you are operating on an energetic level. And you pick up these transmissions as well from a cell phone conversation, but not only from uh, the use of cell phones and broadcasting stations, what have you. There's just so much information that is spread globally wirelessly, and it's an energy and it's in the air, if you will. And so having said this, uh, you when you're at such a point that you have purified yourself within and these negative thoughts come, you know that they're not your own. So at that point, when they are starting to come in, it's important to understand what is occurring is that you're actually getting stronger in these areas, and you need to manually establish a control over what you are receiving in the lines of negativity. So to assist in doing that, it's very important that any negative thoughts that come into the mind or fear-based thoughts, to always take the opposite, to quickly keep positive and say, no, they're not your thoughts. They're not allowed to stay there. And keep positive and know that they are coming from another source. Now, it doesn't matter if they're directed at you or if you're just picking up on them randomly. The process remains the same. They're not to be in your head, in your mind. You have purified yourself. So you just say no to these thoughts. You keep positive. Now, in some extreme cases where you're targeted, let's say by mind control energy, which keeps attempting at putting visions, projecting visions within your brain. One of the quickest ways to get rid of this is to do in rapid succession several unpredictable movements very quickly. It takes with these most of these mind controlled devices, it takes about 6 seconds for them to readjust and realign. You, as an energetic divine being and even a human, you can act upon your adrenaline in less than 3 seconds. So, if you're into a routine, what you do is do several uh, unpredictable things very quickly that takes you out of a routine. And what occurs, the rapid flashes within the brain, within the neurotransmitters, then a brainwashing technique cannot keep up with that, and you shake it as well. So, just some information in that area, what you can do. So, it is important to stay positive all the time. Keep training your brain to be positive. Keep adamant with it, and do not allow negative thoughts uh, in there. Now, and the other part was energy providers. So some of you might see ones over the past referring to energy vampires, if you will. Well, if you look at it at this time, the energy vampire concept was important for a time, and it still may be for others that are beginning to learn about energy and energy siphoning and pillaging from the individual. Now, having said this, many of you have been introduced to that concept and are aware of energy vampires. But actually, what is occurring now is that you are becoming energy providers, that your energy is expanding outwards to assist others. So, this is quite the reverse to the energy vampire concept. And what you need to know with this is also how you assist others, and you energetically uh, can raise the vibration of 1,000,000, if you will, very quickly, because you project that good, pure energy out there into the reality. And it does have an effect on your immediate reality, but also everyone that you come into contact with. Now, once you're at this level, your energy cannot be pillaged nor siphoned from you. And over the course that I've been sharing information with you over the course of a few years, I have taught you the ways and shared with you the ways to avoid having your energy pillaged with it. And some of these ways are your energy. Am I still broadcasting? Okay, great. Thanks. So your energy cannot be pillaged without your consent. So immediately, if you feel you're being drained by someone uh, energetically, intentionally, you just stop it with your mind and you say, no, it cannot be done. And that is also part of your mastery at taking back control of your energetic field and empowering your energetic field to begin to take on a higher divine purpose with it. And as most of you know, what I do is I project the energy out there to assist, and I always do that. No one robs me of energy, and I don't need anyone's energy, and neither does any of you actually need it. Energy is interactive between us all for beneficial divine purposes. So, being a little bit more knowledgeable in how energy actually works and knowing more about yourself right now, very quickly, you cannot be robbed nor siphoned of your energy anymore. In the past, yes, you were oblivious to what was actually occurring by, let's say, such satanic practices and circles by the darkness, where they had tricked and manipulated you by the fear spectrum of giving away your energy. And for the very fact that someone, when they say, that a vampire is an energy vampire is ciphering your energy, one of the things that come along with that is that it's an attempt also at instilling fear, but also using your creational power against you, because when you believe that someone is ciphering your energy, you're actually creating it at the level that you are a co creator and able to manifest. And this is how the darkness worked. So, again, the main thing is to know this and be aware and say no. No one is pillaging your energy. Now, with some other practices, through many different societies and, let's say, brotherhoods, sisterhoods, over the past, these, even though they had genuine intent, they were manipulated by the darkness as well as the Christ teachings. And these other societies and, let's say, modalities of energetic practices were infiltrated by all the darkness, yes, and attempts to rob you of your energy and also use your energy against you. And one of the main tools that the darkness had at controlling you was putting you into states of fear, where they can very quickly rob you of your energy because it was compatible with what they are or what they were, which is negative and fear based and lower density. So when they could get you to conform or resort to fear, action, and reaction, they actually had control. But when they couldn't, when you knew this, and now that you know this, they cannot control any part of your energetic field. So it's very important to know that there are energy providers that are out there, and this is to divinely assist others to raise them up. And I know many of you can feel my energy at many times, and likewise, you can also feel others as well, because this is part of being the new enhanced empath in the least. And it goes along with super consciousness. And what occurs here upon the surface is that, for the most part, you're given the experience in your abilities first, then you're given the information later of what has transpired. At most times during this ascension process, it is not enough just for someone to purvey to you what is going on. You need the actual experience to physically have it. or to even at times to physically see something to believe it, and to have it integrated within your thought process to know it as a truth and link it to your heart. So again, there are many things with this that I could say that in lines with this, but the main thing is have no fear. Get rid of the fear. Simple things like worry, impatience, doubt, even uncertainty. These are fear aspects. We are in the most auspicious time upon the planet. You are divine. You're sent here uh, to at least perform a mission. You're connected to Prime Creator. We all are, and we are all connected to each other. So, with that, I say to keep connected with each other, eradicate the fear and the negativity to the fullest, and you will see your reality change very quickly. And as I always love saying, if you don't believe me, I strongly suggest you go out and do the opposite right now. That way you will see that I'm telling the truth, and I guarantee it. So when you do the opposite, very quickly you get through your lessons, and it assists you in getting rid of the doubt, which is fear. So again, I love you all, and I hope this short video will be of assistance to you. And again, we are in amazing times, and there's so much with this to come very quickly, and also in the very near futures. And it's with the empath. To be an empath is not a curse. It is one of the greatest parts of a divine blessing that you could ever have. It's just that you need to know how to master it and what it is there actually for. You're given this gift in the least to feel energy, because you're energy and you need to know how energy works, how it feels, so that you can assist others as well. And all of creation is energy, and you are energy, and you are creation. And nothing prevents or stops you when you're in your full divinity. If you're not in your full divinity, yes, you stop yourself by having lower density fear, actions, reactions, and negativity and separation. So it's important to keep connected and know more about yourself, and know that this is a very unprecedented process, what's occurring within many on the surface of Gaia at this time in the lines of being an empath. So it is your power. Being an empath is your power. It's not a curse. So much love, and wink, wink. And I love you all, and thank you. And I'll be doing another short video here to catch up on some other things, but I felt that was strongly important to put out at this time. So thank you. Woo!